Hello princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we are here to talk about the new limited edition Nars Uninhibited collection. Here it is right here, and we're going to talk about it and look at this pretty fantastic packaging. Something interesting about this release, I picked it up off an Instagram sale. So we're seeing that more and more. What Nars did was release these limited edition products on their Instagram first. For those who follow the Instagram would get tipped off and know and purchase it there, and the shipping was rather quick. Then it is coming to their website soon, so I will make sure I keep my shopping links updated, and I'm sure from there we will see it go out into other retailers. This collection, as I said, is limited edition. It consists of a 9 shadow eye pan palette for $49 with mattes and shimmers and metallic shades. So I'm going to put it up to the camera so you can take a look at it. There it is right there. All sorts of cocoa browns, raspberries, and pinks. Not an entirely unique palette than what we've seen in the past from a lot of brands lately, but there's a lot of things that are unique about it, namely this shade right here, which keeps surprising me because look how raspberry pink it looks, but when you put it on your finger, it definitely shifts taupe. And I'm wearing it on my eyes today, and I think I'm pretty much in love with it. That shade is pretty masterful. Let's see the swatches on my arm. And when you go down the arm there, that pinkish brown shade is the next to last. So it's going to be right directly to the left, I should say, of that dark matte brown last shade there. That's the shade that I really wanted you guys to pay attention to because I think it is so unique. But these are very easy to use, easily blendable. If I didn't have any trouble, and you know how fast I go, you'll see it in the demo. They blend quickly and easily and beautifully. I also neglected to say a few words about the casing here. Both the blush duo that I have, we're going to see in a moment, and this eyeshadow palette are in this quite lovely gold case with raised letters. So these are raised up from the palette that just say Nars, Francois Nars, obviously. Across the palette. It really kind of fun in a very modern art way, should I say. Absolutely beautiful. Let's talk about the cheek duo. The cheek duo is $45. Now these colors are not new. So if you are a Nars blush collector, you will be familiar with these colors. They are called, why does Nars do this to me? I embarrass easily. These two shades, and you are probably familiar with them, are very popular from the Nars collection, and they are Tempted, I can do that one, and Deep Throat. There, I said it, Nars. Sheesh. Okay, so I don't have to say it again, right? Here that is close up, so you can take a look at these two beautiful shades. And then when I go now to an arm swatch, you'll see that I went ahead and just left the eye palette on there, and I put the blush duo right above it so that you can just see how they kind of coordinate together as a collection. And I'm just going to go back and forth there between the arm look and the blush duo. Though these blushes again are not new, in combination they're really fun. And I actually didn't have the more shimmery, we'll just call it, of the two. And I wore them today, you're going to see in my demo, as a blush and a bit of a blush topper and highlight. And I think it really, really, really worked. My spoiler alert, as you can see by my happy face, is that I really do like this collection. It's quite a treat, and I'm really intrigued by the way that they promoted it and sold it. Let's come back and let's try it in a little bit of a demo. Okay, let's put together an eye and cheek look. I'm kind of excited. I want to be a little bit traditional and use the mattes where mattes generally go. I'm not gonna break any rules here. So I am going to start with this one right here. These all have names, but honestly, we're not going to use all the names, are we? And I will do this in my traditional quick way that I do. Again, just putting this big amount of matte all over my lid, which is also kind of serving to set some concealer that I have down on my eyes. Okay, just all the way around in little circles, no biggie. Okay, let's go into this second color right here. I don't know why I'm contorting myself so much to do that. Same brush, and I'm just kind of using it as a transition in the crease in circular motions. And this is a Refer 16. I had to take a glance at what I picked up there. Same, of course, on the other eye. Okay. Circular motions, and so far, actually could be a one and done look, especially with the sweater that I'm wearing today. To be honest with you, if I added a little eyeliner and some mascara, I actually think that would be quite a pretty look. I'm going to take a little brush here and run this slightly shimmer shade underneath, which I would do if it were a one and done look. Except I would like to avoid pushing my lower eyelashes into my eye. Which I just did. I always tell on myself. I shouldn't tell you guys when I make these mistakes, but you know, we all laugh. Let's go into this matte right here, this very dark, dark, dark brown, which I'm a tad bit afraid of. It could be used as a liner, but I just want to see if we could darken. Yes, it works very well to darken that outer portion of the eye as long as I tap it off here on my little table. I just kind of want to use it just to slightly darken the outer corner, add a little bit of drama. And a little bit underneath as well. Okay, now is when we can have some fun. We have some really pretty shimmer colors. I am going to choose this one. I find this the most interesting because I mentioned this, I hope. It has, I hope, because I'm filming this prior, so you never know if I'm gonna remember. But I do hope I do remember to mention that this has this kind of pink brown shift, which I think is very unique. And look how pretty and subtle that is when I place it into the center of the eye. So yeah, we're gonna do that again. This is a very interesting shade because you don't expect it to kind of shift tan brown. And so that's actually quite pretty. It's not the most vibrant on the eye, but I'm okay with that because having a brown shift or a taupe colored shift isn't gonna make it really stand out too much. Take a look at that. And then we're gonna take this shimmer right here in the upper corner and just kind of put that into, the center of the eye there, going onto the lid a little bit. So that's really, really pretty. I am going to get some mascara on there, but let's do the blushes real quick before I leave to add mascara on. I can't wait to get into these two blushes. We've already said their names. I don't need to say it again. I want to do a combo. I'm just going to take, I brought out a bunch of Refer brushes here, and I'm just going to take a 19 and we'll go into the pink shade, we'll call it. You know what it's called. Nars, we get that it sells, but my goodness. And I'm just kind of putting this on the apples of the cheeks. And then I would like to use the more shimmery shade because this is a matte blush. And it's kind of going with, I have on the matte new Nars matte lip balm, so I did a little bit of a Nars theme here. And this Nars blushes are always so pretty, and their matte blushes are always so lovely. So I'm just kind of adding a little more. These have a great staying power if you have any sort of, experience with Nars blushes. What a pretty, pretty, pretty blush. And actually, it's not entirely matte. I lie. It definitely has a little bit of a sheen to it. I'm just going to take the same brush because we're going to go in with this as a kind of a topper here, the more shimmer shade. So I'm going to put that just kind of towards the top of the cheeks to use it almost like a topper and a highlight. And even across, because it's got that little bit of a brown in it. Of course, you do have to be careful of a shade like this one, the second blush. If you have any texture on your cheeks, I would certainly avoid the apples of the cheeks. Obviously, that is what it will do, but I am kind of using it as a topper and trying to hit the high points of the cheek with it. Really, really, really pretty. And I'm going to add some mascara, which I won't bore you with, so I'll be back in a sec. Okay, we're back. I added a little bit of Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara because you can't go wrong. And I also stuck with Mother Pat's Permagel eyeliner in shade, which is one of my favorites. Wow, check out my final look. Really sultry. I am incredibly enamored of this kind of pinkish brown shade. My sticker is on backwards and upside down. So this is the way it opens. This is the way the sticker should be, but it's flipped. So I'm not sure what the name of that shade is, if that makes sense, because it's upside down. So I mean, I could take a guess, but I'd only be 50% right. So we'll just say the kind of smoltery smoltry, I made up a word, brown pink shade is really, really unique and fun. What a beautiful little palette. The blushes, as we know, have been done before, but together in this blush duo, they are quite pretty. And as I said, I paired it on a Nars day today with the brand new Nars Tinted Matte Lip Balm, which I have a review for, and I will link that below as well. Color me impressed. It's really, really pretty. We know the blushes last. Don't have to do a wear test. We are familiar with these blushes, but not maybe in this combination. I am really enjoying the eye look. I think it's absolutely smoldering and sultry. We're going to call it smoltry. I like to coin a phrase here and there when we can. Love to know if you're going to pick this up. If you picked it up on Instagram, that interesting, different way to shop. If you are just going to pick it up on the Nars site, or maybe when it eventually comes over to our Ultas and Sephora's and things like that, Nordstrom, I will keep my links up to date. And of course, I will link everything else that's on my face below, and my Monica Vinader earrings, because everybody likes those. I do too. So please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please leave your comments below. I love chatting with you guys. And if you have not already done so, I would be most honored if you would subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.